Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, she means always, they mean always, you mean always, an instant classic.
Danny Dog! Hi, JJJ.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
All right, what is going on? Good people, back at it again. The Impact guys, DJ here, Justin over there. I did it right that time. Talking a little Impact Wrestling, review.
We still need to come up with we still need to come up with a name. Like the Impact guys, I don't know. We just hey, have the fans or have the subscribers go down and
the
choose
Impact
our names.
only fans. No,
okay. The Impact fans. Hey, we're gonna put this on OnlyFans, and you gotta pay to watch us review Impact. There we go.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
But first off, I know they started with that, and they posted on Instagram too. That kind of 20 years of Impact type of little intro promo type thing they did. I thought that was cool. I like that, the little mixture. I think they should do that more often. Like I get you want to showcase your guys you got on the roster right now, but it's kind of cool. Like I think sometimes people forget the history of Impact because Impact is Impact now, because like there's a lot of people who I'll talk to and they'll be like, wait, TNA's still around? I'm like, yeah, but they call it Impact Wrestling, so you probably don't know what it is, and it looks a lot smaller than it used to, so you probably don't know what it is, so that's kind of the issue. It's funny, we always talk about like how you shoot the show and how much of a difference that makes. And I've been saying this for so long, and finally somebody proved me right. A couple weeks ago, I went to a church. It's a mega church. It's still a big church, but it's not nearly as big as you think it is. It's not nearly as big as you would expect it to be when you walk in there. Like you're still like, whoa, this is kind of nice. But at the same time, it's like, it's not huge. It's an arena, but not like the biggest arena in the world. It's not Madison Square Garden, right? It's not, if anyone knows this, the Greensboro Coliseum, right? It's not anything like that. Like it's relatively small considering what it looks like when it's being filmed. So my ploy to Impact, because they set up their own sets, is to adjust their set again. I feel like, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Impact right now, because like I said, I really enjoy it, but I think they're not taking advantage of how good they really are. I think for whatever reason, they are losing sight of how good they really are and really can be. And it's a little frustrating sometimes, because it's like I watched this church that I was in film like they were the biggest thing in the world, and it wasn't this. They weren't in this huge arena or anything like that. It was just the way it was filmed made it look bigger. And it's amazing what camera work can do for you. And I feel like Impact, first off, the way they have the seat set up, making it look like there's 20 people in the building. And there was this whole like controversy around Impact and the way they like get their fans to come in, like they were letting them in for free or whatever, which I think is also an issue on top of that, if that's still a thing. I don't think it is, but even still, like, I mean, I feel like if people will go around watching these indie shows, people will go around and watch Impact. I feel like that's just my thoughts on that. But I feel like I saw this and I immediately thought of Impact. I'm like, dang on it, Impact can freaking do this. Why they don't, I don't know. Readjust how people are sitting in your audience. Let more people come in, because there's still a fan base for Impact. I mean, you can see it on the YouTube channel. There's still a fan base for Impact. You can see it on our YouTube channel because people watch our reviews, but you can also see it on their official Impact, their official YouTube channel that people want to watch, people want to see. People will come to the live shows, and I think like the way they film it frustrates me sometimes, because I think they're almost like downscaling or downplaying themselves. They're playing themselves, right? That like they're just really frustrating me a little bit, because I'm like, this probably isn't a difficult thing to do. It's just structure, how you structure it, and I think Impact can make themselves look far much more of a bigger deal than maybe they actually even are. That's just me. Overall thoughts on the show, or thoughts on what I just said?
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about what you just said with the way they set up. Like, I never been a big fan of them shooting towards the rampway. I just never been a big fan of that. It kind of like takes away from like the matches sometimes. And like I kind of understand because like the understand why they do it that way because they don't want to like have it like towards like the crowd, show how small kind of small the arena is. So they kind of I just never understand why they did it that way. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a like different way they like shoot the show or like or even what NXT does. I think they let I think they let fans come in like for free or something like majority like I think NXT 2.0 does that. Like you have to like sign up on something and like I don't know, Impact could do something like that, like or like get more seats in there. I don't know, do try something, but yeah.
Well, I feel like Ring of Honor has done it lately. Like, when Ring of Honor was like and they still are, but before, like, they felt like they were like the biggest indie company in the world, but they made themselves feel bigger because of how they had the audience set up. And I mean, plus they had a pretty good fan base at that time too. But I don't think the fan base has tapered down as much as how you showcase said fan base. I feel like even like recently with Ring of Honor, more so probably like in the past year or so, they've went for a more like smaller look, smaller feel, in a way too. But I don't know, like it's just kind of hard. Like I feel like I just feel like Impact is not giving themselves enough credit. It's just
Yeah,
frustrating.
they kind of downplay themselves a little bit. Like, and Impact's been around for 20 years. And speaking of that intro that they did, I enjoyed that intro. Like, having a little bit of the old school, and then you had some of the new school in there. Like, I hope they keep that around for a while. Like, I mean, it is 20 years of Impact, and like, Slammiversary's coming up. They're building up towards that. And I said that every time we made an Impact review, I feel like Impact. They do really good at telling stories. They do really good at building up from each week, which is like that's what I love. That's what I miss with wrestling and stuff. Like AEW is definitely not doing that. Like AEW, they're quick to rush into like giving you guys this like because Tony Khan loves to give everything. Like he loves to listen to the fans a lot. I mean, yeah, listen to the fans, but like do what you need to do for your company. Not listen to the fans most of the time. I mean, yeah, I mean listen to the fans, but do what's smart for the company, basically.
I mean, yeah, because I think one of their biggest issues is like listening to the fans too much, if that even makes sense, right? Because like on the surface, you're like the customer is always right, Well, yes, that's true, but most customers would take whatever you can give them for free, but you're not going to give away your entire product for free, right? So that's the thing, like that's what it
Like
what it
they're
what it comes back
connecting
to.
more to the hardcore fans. Like that's what they're going for. They
Yeah.
need to connect more with the casual fans. They need to pull them people in. Because these casual fans, they're not going to know who these stars are from, like New Japan or from even Impact or these different promotions. You need to pull them casual fans in. That's how you expand your company.
Well, yeah, and we talked about how character building is kind of missing in wrestling today sometimes. Like they're just like, oh, you know this guy. Yeah, you know him. Yeah. Yeah, you know him.
Yeah,
And we
Excalibur
like,
be saying that.
no, we don't.
uh,
We who is this man?
whose man's is that?
Right. But let's jump into the review. First off, we started with Alex Shelley versus Trey Miguel in a Ultimate X qualifying match. Uh, this match was a lot of fun, and just almost like a perfect way to start the show, almost to have like Alex Shelley against like kind of the kind of the veteran going up against the kind of young gun, and and both former X Division champions. So it made a lot of sense to put them in a match together. Plus they trained together. I think Shelley trained Miguel when he was away from Impact for a little bit, so that was kind of a cool little tidbit that they added in there, to kind of student versus teacher type of aspect. But I thought this match was good, and I like the passion that both Shelley and Miguel put in the ring, because it really feels like they're really vying for this this chance at this championship. Because of course Miguel wants to get it back, and Shelley hasn't had it for a while, and I like that. I think having that type of an attitude, as a wrestler is good. Like we talk a lot about believability and being that kind of believable character, and I think having matches, especially to start the show like this, as a qualifying match, I think is the perfect way to showcase um, how good these guys are. But what was your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I thought this match was a really solid opener. I really enjoyed watching, you know, Trey Miguel. Like he's probably one of my favorite wrestlers over there in Impact Wrestling right now. And like I said, this was a very technical match. From both guys, technical exchange from both guys. A lot of big high flying spots. Because both these guys are known for high flying. Um, and I didn't know that Alex Shelley helped train Trey Miguel for a while. I didn't know that, so I thought that was pretty cool there. I think there was a spot where Trey Miguel did a Canadian destroyer like through the outside of the ring, like to the on the floor. I thought that was a pretty cool spot in the match. Even though the Canadian destroyer is overdone, Casey would definitely say the Canadian destroyer, and also the Spanish fly. Those moves are way overdone in wrestling.
The same guy who wanted the Canadian Destroyer done in every match now doesn't like it that it's done in every match.
Or even, I think the best Canadian destroyer was back in the AEW. Like, it was during I think it was like on a pay-per-view or something. It was like this big tower of doom, and like Marco Stunt climbed onto everybody and like did a big Canadian destroyer.
It was obviously Bad Bunny's Canadian Destroyer. Come on, guys.
Bad Bunny, he's underrated. Like, he's very underrated. But yeah. But
Next
back
world
on this
champion.
match. Next world champion. Next Universal WWE champion. It's happening. But no, back on this match. I thought this match was solid here. Trey Miguel got the win, so he's advancing into the X Division. No, he's advancing into the Ultimate X match. So, yeah.
Yeah, and right now, I don't think, two more competitors coming up in this match. You got Ace Austin, Kenny King, Mike Bailey, and now Trey Miguel. So you got two more guys going to join them in the coming weeks. Then we had a interview with Josh Alexander and the Briscoes, which I liked a lot. Three of the most, but now I can say as they're together in the segment, three of the most believable guys in professional wrestling with Josh Alexander and the Briscoes. I love them so much. Like, I just like sometimes while I'm doing things, especially if I'm on my computer, I will watch like certain matches on mute or something, but then like I'll turn it back up to listen to the promos. And this was one where I was like, all right, got to tune in, because I just love the Briscoes so much. And, of course, Josh Alexander too. And, just them going, the violent by design aspect of that too is just a lot of fun, a lot of good workers in that whole thing. And like, even just like the way they've built Diener and Doring, right? I remember the first time Diener and Doring came up, especially Doring, we were like, this guy looks scary, but who the heck is this guy? Right. And they've done a good job of building him up, even if it's literally just as simple as he's the monster of EBD, right? Like if it's that simple, like it ain't gotta be this over complex, ridiculous thing. Like keep it simple and let it be. And I'm glad they've done that. But good backstage promo. Masha Slamovich, which is the perfect wrestling name, versus Havoc. This match was like
Match was a squash. This was like a squash match.
I was like, maybe I just like was tripping and it wasn't as short as I thought, but this match was so freaking short. And I thought something like the way they kind of just like dawdled around the ring at the end, like with Rosemary and Crazy Steve and all of them. Like I was just like, okay, something's gonna happen, and then nothing happened. But
I think they're really trying to make Masha Slamovich like to be like a really legit competitor, because like I never really seen anybody for a long time do that to Havoc, like, or like beat her that quick, or like pick her up. And like Masha Slamovich, she's pretty good. She's not bad. But
right. What was your thoughts on the squash match and the backstage promo?
I don't really have any opinions on the squash match. There's not much really to say about that match, and the promo was good. Like basically they're saying how they're how the Briscoes and Josh Alexander are ready for a villain by design. hyping that main event up. And then also with the Good Brothers coming in, I think that's gonna be a very good match at Slammiversary. Because the Good Brothers were saying that, hey, if you guys aren't real champions until you beat us, because we were pretty long champions over here. So this match is gonna be really good. Like both these teams have really good chemistry with each other, so I'm excited for that.
Okay. Moving on to the back end of that was just weird. Like it was just weird that they checked up on her so much, and it just felt like something was gonna happen. But
yeah, I thought it was weird also. Yeah,
but we had the little backstage thing with Blake Christian and Kitty King, which was good. I hope because Kenny King's not in that match, right? I'm not tripping, right?
Yeah, he's in the Ultimate X
match.
He
is. Okay, I was kind of hoping that they may cross paths in a singles.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a match.
He'll probably be in the Ultimate X match, won't he?
Because they're having a match next week, and it's to see if he could take Kenny King's spot in the match.
Okay, yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I'm liking their little back and forth. It's a lot of fun. And then Chelsea Green versus Jordan Grace. Good, really good match. I think they both work well together. I like this new leaner Jordan Grace. Like it looked like for a while she was really trying to bulk up and get really big, and now she's still big, but now she's leaned down a lot, and she just looks more like I think what her aesthetic was supposed to be originally, and it just makes her look that much more menacing, that much more just strong. Like she just looks like she looks the part now, I think. And I mean I think it's helped her in the ring too. It's helped her keep up and be a little more athletic. I still would love to see what I want to see what is going to happen with her. Like I feel like she deserves. I know I've kind of crapped on her title runs before. But at the same time, I feel like she kind of deserves. I think she deserves a good heel title run. I think she'd be fun as a heel. She hasn't had a real heel title run, I don't think. But I think she.
You mean Jordan Grace?
Yeah, Jordan Grace. Yeah. But what do you think? What was your thoughts on the match? I can't remember who. I think Jordan Grace got the win on this one.
Yeah, Jordan Grace got the win on this one. Yep. I thought this was a decent match. I definitely agree with what you're saying about Jordan Grace. She definitely looks a lot slimmer. She looks more muscular. I mean, she has more muscles than me and DJ combined.
You gotta have muscles on your muscles.
Gotta have muscles on your muscles. I thought it was a decent match here. I mean, it was nothing like anything too crazy. Chelsea Green, she's been looking pretty good also. I mean, not gonna lie. I mean, she's looking pretty decent too. I like when she did the there was a move. I like when she did that rolling senton off the apron. That was a nice spot in the match. Chelsea Green, I like her as this heel character with Matt Cardona, what they got going on there. I just like that aspect of what they're doing. And this basically setting up more for this whatchamacallit match with the Queen of the, not Queen of the Ring, with the Queen of the Mountain match. There we go. So yeah, basically they setting up more for that match. So I like what they're doing there.
Okay. What? I think it was the I don't know more backstage promo, right?
With Scott D'Amore, yeah.
Yeah. That was funny. I don't know what happened. I think it was the spear on Maria Kanellis. Was it last week? Was it last week?
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
Yeah. I still like I don't know more a lot. I just wonder what they're gonna do with them. I feel like they're gonna be this cool group for a little bit, and then I don't know. I know it's very cliche for them to take over, but I just I've always liked that. I've always liked the little, or at least the attempt at the hostile takeover. It doesn't necessarily have to be an entire, takeover or whatever. But I mean,
and I wonder if they're gonna play any role in that New Japan show that's gonna be coming up. With that Forbidden Door. Because I tell you what, Impact Wrestling, I think that is a forbidden door right there. Because they brought so many, especially that deal what they have with New Japan, and especially when they brought so many AEW wrestlers in, they brought Kenny Omega in, which didn't exactly do a whole lot of stuff for Impact, but and even brought Frankie Kazarian back. So I really think Impact is the true Forbidden Door.
I mean, I know they were basically just pressuring Scott more. I thought it was good though. Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz had a little thing backstage, which was a lot of fun. I like them both. I still think Tasha is still growing as we go along. I think she's getting more comfortable with kind of just being herself. And I know Mia Yim's got a Savannah Evans match next week, match versus Savannah Evans, I should say. So, that should set up to be, kind of fun too with getting Mia Yim back in the ring. Any thoughts on those promos?
Not really any on those promos, no. I mean, they were just average. I mean, basically, Deonna Purrazzo is going to be out there, asked her to be, Tasha Steelz asked Deonna Purrazzo to be there at ringside and stuff, kind of form an alliance up, because I think, isn't Deonna part of the Queen of the Mountain match? I'm pretty sure she is. Yeah, because I think they're putting all former, they're putting former knockouts champions in that match. Yeah, so I think she is a part of that match. And so they're kind of forming a little alliance or a little team going on. So, I mean, it was an average promo. And then the thing with Scott D'Amore and Honor No More, it was okay. Like you said, this pressure and Scott D'Amore into getting what they want, with a whole hostile takeover. So I thought it's good.
Okay. Then we had Sabin versus Kazarian. What was the tagline they used? The future is now.
Oh yeah. The future is now.
Well, it was on Instagram. The future is now. And what did they say? 20 years in the making, something like that.
Yeah, they said something, or they said that was I can't remember. Yeah, but they said it was Tom Hannafin. He said the future is now. Yeah.
Yep. So it's interesting because people griped on Instagram about it, not truly understanding the meaning behind it. They didn't mean the future of Impact is now. They meant that's what they used to call themselves back in 2003. That's why they used
2002.
2002, yeah, 2002. When they had their first match against each other, I think. Was it their first match or that? I mean, I think that's just what they called each other too. They were they both wanted to be the future of Impact, but that was a lot of fun. Good, good match. Two veterans. It's so cool to see how Kazarian and Sabin have evolved to keep their careers going. Because wrestling is a tough sport and tough on your body, and as you get older, it's even tougher. And these are guys who came from the X division, so they were high flyers, but they still utilize a little bit of that, but at the same time they know their limits, which is no limits because it's the X division. But I mean, definitely was good, but I don't know, more ended up attacking them, kind of ending the whole reunion match here, and then that's pretty much how that went. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match up until the whole Honor No More getting involved. And, like we said, they're just basically, a whole hostile takeover, trying to just get what they want. They want to destroy Impact.
What I want.
What promo is that? Who's
Batista?
Oh, yeah, Batista. Yeah, that's right.
Couldn't remember what he's supposed to say.
Give me what I... Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, was that back in 2010?
Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Yeah.
Give me what I want.
Yeah, I remember that now. No, but this is a really good match, because this is what I remember, Impact, when I first started watching Impact, around the 2006 or so, it was somewhere around there, and these were two guys that were focal points of Impact, especially part of the X division, and it's crazy to see how much they evolved, to what they turned into, and these guys have really good chemistry in the ring here, and of course, like you said, we had Honor No More get involved. But yeah, solid.
Okay. Moving on to the little backstage, little squabble with, not swoggle, but squabble with Heath and Rhino, trying to confront Honor No More. So that was fun. It's always interesting in these little backstage segments because they don't want to fight until security gets there, then they really want to fight.
And then the camera guy, he's going back there. He's going back there. He's like trying to go on both guys, on both teams. I think that's funny.
But that's always that is always funny. Did you have any thoughts on that, or should we move on to good old Raj Singh and Shira?
Yeah, let's move on to the next match here.
All right, Raj Singh and Shira versus Bhupinder Gujjar. I got it. And W. Morrissey.
Bhupinder Gujar? I thought it was Gujar.
Oh, is it Gujar? Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Bhupinder.
Well, it's funny because I couldn't say his first name last time we did a review, and now I can say his first name, can't say his last name. So either way, BG, and now I ain't talking about BG James. But the team of him and Morrissey versus Shearer, I still like Shearer so much. Like, it makes me miss Rohit Raju because I think they just made a cool little yin and yang type of a team, big and small type of a team, and it just I think Shearer has been there long enough where he kind of deserves a title in a way, but I think at the same time, like, they've never committed to Shearer enough to give him a title. So like, I feel like tag team titles would be perfect for him, but I feel like it would be perfect if Rohit Raju was there because Rohit could kind of do the talking, and then Shearer could be the the big man on campus. I think they should take my idea and they should go with it. All credits and trademark payments can go to DJ. I give you my Cash App, PayPal, whatever. I'll make a PayPal for this, for the idea. But this was, a lot of fun, typical tag team match. Nothing too crazy, but I really like Shearer, and I come on, give my man a chance. Give my man a chance. He likes to dance and he likes the fun. I know he wants to probably forget about that, but he will never be able to be forgiven for liking to dance and liking to fun. What was your thoughts?
I mean, this was kind of just an average match. I thought I don't really understand the whole chemistry between Bhupinder and W. Morrissey right now. Like,
Bhupinder
Gujar. Like I said, it was a decent match. I mean, W. Morrissey, he looked really strong in the match. Dominated Shira and Raja. How do you say his full name again? Rohan Raja? No.
Raj Singh?
Raj Singh. I don't know. I was thinking of NXT UK for a minute. Rohan Raja. He's from NXT UK.
I thought you was mixing Rohit Raju.
Rohit Raju. Speaking of Rohit, where's he been at? Like, I miss seeing him on Impact. Like, he can fit this team pretty good. Like, seriously, he can really fit this team good. But no, I thought it was an alright match here. Nothing real else to say about this match.
All right, sorry, I had to scream my dog. Moving on to the main event. First we had that Moose promo backstage with him and Steve Macklin, which was Callahan always playing the mind games, and Moose was ready for the fight, but Macklin want to make sure that he is ready for the match, because I think they got a match next week.
Yeah, they have a match next week. Yeah.
What else? And then we had the main event. But first, any thoughts on that promo?
I thought it was decent. I thought it was funny when Sam McCallahan was doing his like little mind games, and then Macklin was like, "Man, you need to get Sam McCallahan out of your head." Because, like, he doesn't think that the mind games are being played. Like, I thought that was funny, though. That was hilarious. He goes, like, you need to get him out of your head. You need to be focused. So I thought that was pretty cool.
All right, main event. So you got the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander, the Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes, going up against Violent by Design, all three of Violent by Design. Is it weird? Like, did Joe Dorian get in this match? Like, it just felt like he never got in this match.
Yeah, I don't think he really got in this match.
I remember him interfering at the end, but Raven's trying to interrupt my review here. Raven, this is not a hostile takeover. What are you doing?
Raven's taking over.
A hostile takeover. Who do you think you are, Violent by Design, or are you Honor No More? Which one? Which one? But yeah, like I didn't feel like Joe Doran got in this match at all. I just got thinking about that. I was gonna go to you first, and I'm like, was Joe Doran even in this match, or was he just there?
I don't believe so because I was kind of like having a match on in the background a little bit, so I don't think he was a part of this match. I mean, he did get beat up and stuff like when Mark Briscoe, or was it Mark or Jay? I can't remember which one, but they took the match out to the outside. That big huge dive, when everybody's standing out there and like everybody gets dived on. That spot's way overdone.
See, cheerleading is a sport. Justin, what was your thoughts on the main event?
Cheerleading this support. I thought it was a solid match here. This planting the seeds more towards, Josh Alexander and Eric Young here, like kind of teasing us like what we're going to be seeing at Slammiversary. So I thought that was good. And also Mark and Jay Briscoe, they're being really dominant now, really stomping what was it?
Stomping a mud hole.
Stomping the mud. Yeah, no, I knew I was saying, but I can't. On Doreen, not Doreen. Sorry, it was
Diener.
Diener. Yeah, I was about to call him cousin Jake for a minute. Jake something. Jake something needs to be a part of this.
Cousin something.
Cousin something. But no, like they were stomping him dry there. They were just dominating him. I feel like this is kind of sidebar here, but I feel like Casey will kind of be like Mark Briscoe.
They're literally the same.
They're literally the same people. Like the way they talk, yeah, they're literally the same people. But no, it was a really solid match. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was good. I thought I thought everybody looked good. I think recently as of late, Diener's just looked really good. He just really looked like he belonged. I think first, at first he kind of was like the outsider of BBD, which makes sense. He kind of just got recruited in. Basically, if you can't beat him, join him. Type of a scenario. Kind of just got beat up enough to where he had to join him, and then I think it almost was like he was the weak link, and then he kind of just got more comfortable, and now I feel like he's doing some good stuff. I mean, can't go wrong with the Briscoes. Just a lot of good tag team stuff going on in this match. Good tag team things. Not many lucha things, but good tag team things. So a lot of good stuff. And then VBD trying to win by any means necessary with it was a couple times in this match, but I know they hit him with the flag, and then because that was the only part Doring actually did. He hit him with the flag, and then the pile driver to get the win. Well, no, the flag, and then actually the flag was a false finish. And then the hockey mask was the actual, ending blow. Diener hit him with the hockey mask, and then they hit I'm pretty sure it was Jay Briscoe. I think they got hit with the hockey mask and got the power.
Yeah, he did.
But by hook or by crook, Violent by Design getting the win. Still like Violent by Design a whole lot. Still interested to see what how they continue to evolve them, but. It was good. I liked it. I'm excited for this Josh Alexander, Eric Young match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun at Slammiversary. They're setting up for a pretty good card, especially. Because the Rich Swann match is next week, right? Him and I can't remember Aiden English's name on commentary. That's next week, though, right?
Yeah, that's next week. Yeah.
I hope that kind of spills off and actually is a Slammiversary match, because I think that will be fun.
I think they're trying to set up with Rich Swann and Matt Cardona at Slammiversary for the Digital Championship. Because they're kind of like having a feud there. But Matt Cardona, he's kind of blowing off Rich Swann right now. Saying, you're not worth it. You're not worth it.
But yeah, this was a pretty good show. Had its ups, had its downs. Well, had its ups, had its ants. But any final thoughts you got before we sign off?
It was a solid show. Like I said, Impact. They have more of as of lately, they have been having more ups than downs and stuff. So I thought that was pretty good. But I just like how they're building up to Slammiversary here. And I'm happy that Sam McCallahan is back. He's something that's really been missing from Impact. And I like how they're calling it 20 years of Impact. So thumbs up thumbs down. I like that, and I also like how they brought his old theme song back, which is cool. He's not using the OVE theme song anymore because OVE's around and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid here. Ball show.
Well, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, coming up soon, we'll have a Double or Nothing review. I don't know if I'm gonna get to watch it Sunday. I might push the boys to talk about any crazy changes that happened throughout Double or Nothing. I think that would give us a little more stuff to talk about, maybe even in short, while we try to get together and actually do a full review. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed. You can always listen to us Apple Podcast, Spotify. I mean, you can listen to us on YouTube too, but the video is there, so if you would rather listen,
see us beautiful faces.
Because we are beautiful like Abyss. So
I mean, you won't see Adam's face and you won't see Casey's face because they love to, they don't like to show their faces.
That's true. They like to hide because they're not as beautiful as Abyss. But it happens. It happens. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give me what I want and subscribe to the channel, and also share the podcast on whatever platform you may be listening or watching on. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Give me your thoughts on Impact down below too. What you think? What can they improve? How can I get some stock in it so I can tell them where they can improve? Let me know. I'll do it. I'll do it. If Casey can be a manager, I can be part owner of Impact. It's facts. But anyway, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys on the next one. Until next time, DJ sign off. Justin sign off. Until next time.